Hey everybody, what's up? I was just sitting here waiting on my video to upload this morning, and it occurred to me it has been a long time since we've done any sort of like discussion video. I was doing those pretty regularly for a bit, and it's been a while. I've been on vacation for 2 weeks, and then even before the vacation, I haven't really done much. So I thought it might be nice if we just talk a little bit about Raid, about what's going on, about what kinds of things we know are upcoming, and I guess where we think it's headed. It's always hard to tell with Raid because they get on these kicks where they do these amazing things in a row, and then they do some things that are not so amazing in a row. So it's really hard to get a grip on where Raid's going. Generally, it seems like it's been moving forward, regardless of the negative things that we feel like Plarium's doing. I know we've got some interesting things being talked about. One of them is one that I've been talking about since I started playing the game, and it's transmogs. That's what I call them because that's what they're called in Summoner's War. Basically, it's alternate skins for characters in the game. I'm feeling like that's been teased a time or two at this point, right? I feel like that's what they're getting at, which I think is going to be so much money. They're going to make so much money off of that because it requires so little, and then when it's done, and it's there forever. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to make a lot of money on that. I know that if they had done it sooner, when I was spending very heavily, they would have made a lot of money off me for it too. I'm not spending so much these days, so I don't know. I don't know what I'll pick up. I'm sure they're going to drop some skins that I feel like I have to have though, because I'm really into that. For some reason, it's a lot of fun for me. Some of the ones in Summoner's War were really cool. So especially with this art team, I'm going to be very interested to see what kind of stuff they come up with, if they do themes or if they just come up with alternate ones. I'm also going to be very interested to see how behind a paywall it is. It doesn't affect gameplay, or it shouldn't affect gameplay. Some games have made the mistake of making these cosmetics affect stats, and that generally is not received too well by players. That is generally not something players are really into. So unless they make them very attainable, that could be tricky. And I don't know, man. Raid likes to take these things that aren't really broken and break them, like Chaos Ore. We've talked a little bit about Chaos Ore, which again could have been a really cool addition to the game, and I'm sure in some ways will benefit some people. But it's just not. It's not the most efficient version of a system like that. It's not very good. So I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see if everybody has access to these skins, if they're just strictly behind a paywall. Maybe they start putting fragments for them in like Doom Tower or in login calendars or something like that. But that'll be interesting. So that's a fun thing I think they're doing. I think it should be harmless. Hopefully they don't make it affect stats or anything. It should just be a harmless, fun thing to do, even if it's only for the people that spend money. Whatever. It would suck if that's the way it was, but either way, it would be cool. Another big thing that's been weighing on me heavily lately is this login calendar, man. I think it weighs on everyone heavily, constantly, just because, look at this. I'm so many days in to be working on an epic that I will not use, that I just have no use for. You know what I mean? And yes, there's a lot of other stuff in here too, but which is definitely more the point than this, but it's like they're giving you these things to look forward to after Vizix, and it's like, it's just not, it doesn't matter. Like, Cleo's not that great. Scion, I don't know of anyone using Scion to do anything. And now they've added this Ogren Legendary after, who would be a fine champ if you got her when you got Grush or something, maybe. You know what I mean? But by the time you get her, you don't have anything to do with her. You will almost certainly be done with most of the game by then, right? We haven't even been rushing through. It's not like I'm trying to progress here as quickly as I can. I'm just playing this account the way I play it. And by the time I get her, I will be far beyond needing her. It's silly. And even though it's a guaranteed legendary, I think we would all rather have a sacred shard. Right? I would rather get the fun of summoning a sacred shard than a legendary champ. Spend all that time getting a legendary champ that I'm just going to put in the vault and not use. I just don't know what their aversion is to having a sacred shard in this calendar and to having a legendary book in this calendar. It's one a month, you know what I mean? They're so anti giving away sacred shards, it seems, lately. They took it out of the login calendar. I don't know why it's not the reward for the top of Doom Tower for both difficulties. I can't imagine the logic behind that. But it's the same on hard too, right? It's a void shard on, is it one void or two voids? Either way, it's a sacred on hard. Yeah, it should be a sacred on normal too. That's really stupid. It should just be the same. And if they're gonna do it like that, if they're gonna scale it, then it needs to be more than this, because that's not enough for how hard this is. And there's another one here. That is so weird. That's so weird. You get rewarded so heavily for already being so strong. But then if you go to normal, it's like, I'm pretty sure that's 3-star. Maybe it's 4-star. But it's like energy, silver, XP boost. There's a void. There's 2 voids. 3 voids. And then in hard, it's like sacreds, voids, legendary books. Like, is there not one? There's not one legendary book in all of normal. That's absurd. That's absurd. So that's what I'm talking about. It's like they're doing a lot of good things too, right? They're dropping big updates and they're doing other things, but then there's other stuff they're just not doing well. Organization of rewards, like incentive. I'm not doing Doom Tower because the rewards are good. I'm doing Doom Tower because it's there to do. You know what I mean? It's a daily thing that's there to do. I like getting the frags for the champions. And the rewards are okay enough, but it's not like I need to finish Doom Tower and get that Void Shard. You know what I mean? I need to finish Doom Tower and get a couple epic books. Like, it's great. They're nice to have. Fine. But I don't know why you wouldn't want to incentivize me to do it a little bit more. So yeah, again, and then of course the big thing that I think we're all also very preoccupied with right now is the state of Arena, which we'll see how Gold 5 does. I do think that the answer is just going to be to open up Arena a little bit and probably come up with a little bit of a better system for accounts decaying. Like, my account on my main will decay down into like silver, and there's not very many people that are stuck in silver that are going to be able to deal with my defense. You know what I mean? Which is unfortunate. And I think that's the case. I think that's the reason that Arena looks like it looks, is because there's a lot of these really strong accounts that have decayed down into these earlier levels. And I thought they said something about removing them from the pool at a certain point, but I don't feel like that's happening. And I don't know why there's so many strong defenses sitting down in bronze and silver. That's strange. I haven't noticed that in any other game. So, I don't know. We'll see. And then Tag Team Arena, it really is ridiculous. Even on my main account, I decayed down into like silver, low silver. I've been climbing back up. But again, my main account's strong. You know what I mean? I've got some really strong teams built, and we still lose sometimes because I just go in an auto. You know what I mean? But the fact that my teams are losing on my main account in silver doesn't bode well for my free-to-play. You know what I mean? And we talk about 3v3, and I could come in here and beat some of these for sure, because certainly some of these are just scary champs thrown in, like we've talked about. But like, it's so much. I'm in bronze 4. I've got level 100 players here, several. You know what I mean? It's very interesting. There's an easy one. So 3v3 certainly needs. I mean, honestly, it just needs to be removed. It's a stupid feature. They need to take it out for a little bit and completely rework the way it's played. Make it something other than Arena 3 times. Like, do something else with it. Do something else with it. I don't know. I don't know why it's called Tag Team Arena, because it's not. There's no tag team action going on here. It's just 3 teams fighting 3 teams in a row. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing. They said this was the year of PvP. We'll see what that means. I'm almost certain this is going to be live PvP, which is going to be a huge thing for this game, and potentially the thing that makes us start having those live conventions that I was talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Summoners War, like World Live Arena Championships and stuff. Really cool, and something that I really hope Plarium worked its way to, because that would be super fun. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's. I figured I didn't have a plan for this video. I figured I would just start recording and start talking and see which things seemed the most important to me at this moment. So I guess it was Transmog's Arena and the login calendar. So I'd be interested to know what you guys think about all those things, and then what's on your mind. Like if you were to just hit record and start talking, what are the things that would come up? What are the biggest points of contention for you right now in Raid? Tell me what you think they're doing well. Tell me what you think they need to do better. Tell me what you think they're not doing well at all. Is there anything you're hoping to see this year in the game? Let me know. Let me know where everybody's at. It's been a while since we've had a catch up like this. So yeah, that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm very interested to hear what you guys think and where you're at with everything. And that's it. We'll see you later.